Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time joining us, my name is Vicky, and welcome to Beautiful Chaos. Today, I am going to be talking to everybody about mindset. I love talking about this subject just because I feel like it is such an important subject when it comes to just bringing joy and happiness into our lives. So let's go ahead and dive in. Let's get right to the nit and gritty of today's topic. So I think one thing we can all agree on is that life can be difficult. It could be so difficult at times, whether or not you are single, whether or not you are working a full-time job, a part-time job, multiple part-time jobs, whether or not you're a mother, a single mother, a working single mother, or you have a partner at home helping you out. Life is just plain difficult, and then you add in what is going on in today's society. I think it just adds into the difficulties and struggles of just life in general. But it is how we allow the difficulties affect us and how we react to those difficulties that really tells ourselves and tells others a lot about us and about who we are just as a person and about ourselves. So when it comes to self-love and having a positive mindset, I think that there are really they're just really two of the hardest things as humans, period, that we have to deal with. I mean, you got just things coming from, from every aspect of our lives. Just negativity being spewed at us from every angle, from media, social media. It's constantly surrounding us, and it's so hard to keep ourselves in a positive atmosphere and in a positive mindset that it just catapults us into this negativity spiral. So we just kind of just go down that rabbit hole, and it's hard to get out. So I just always feel like if we focus in on our mindsets and we get our mindsets in the right place, we can spend our time in a more joyful and happiness life and try to get out of that negative rabbit hole. And we could just spend our lives in a much happier, joyful time instead of seeing all that negativity that is around us on social media, in the media itself. If you watch the news a lot or read the newspaper, I personally just had to stop watching it because that's all you see on there anymore. It's just awful negative stuff, and it's hard to try to stay up with the news because I had to stop watching it. I just can't watch it anymore. So I had come up with 8 things that has really helped shift my mindset, and I just wanted to share this just because the world around us is just so negative, and I thought it would just be a great way to help others shift their mindsets. And it's just little changes that you can do every day just to help shift that mindset from negative to positive and just bring more joy into your lives, and then you can share it with others and just help others bring more joy into their lives as well. So a favorite quote of mine that really just started to bring this out of me is a quote by Henry Ford. And he had said, "If you always do what you've always done, you're always gonna get what you've always got." And that really just sprung something alive in me. I just feel like that's huge. So if you've always have been surrounded by negativity, whether it's at home or at work or your social circle, wherever that may be, if that's what you've always surrounded yourself with, that's what you're always going to surround yourself with. And so you have to be willing to make a change to be able to see a change in your life. And so that's where I kind of got that quote and why it means so much to me. So if you want to see a change in your life, you've got to be willing to make those sacrifices and make those changes. And yes, they might hurt at first, but you're gonna see a positive side effect to these changes, and it's gonna be a good outcome in the long run. So let's talk about some different mindset changes that you can start changing today, and just some different things that I have implemented just here in my life that I really have noticed a huge difference. Sorry, I'm looking away from the camera. My kids are kind of distracting me. So, 8 mindset shifts, that you can start implementing today, and just making small changes. You can't, I say changes today, but you can't go and just start implementing things and just change everything all at once. You're going to become overwhelmed. You're gonna become defeated, and then it's just not going to work. So you make changes small steps at a time, and once you've got one good and honed in and you feel comfortable, so once you have one good and honed in and you feel comfortable with it and it's stuck, then you move on to the next, and you just keep implementing a new one as you feel comfortable and you've just grown. You just grow slowly and just keep growing. So the first one that I feel like is a very important one, and if you've watched any of my other videos here, then you will know that this is one that I feel like is really big and, really huge and really important, is creating a morning routine or a morning ritual, whatever you want to call it. But creating some type of morning routine where you get up a little bit earlier, where you're not rushing through your morning, where you don't feel like you're running behind all day. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like if I'm just on time or if I'm just a little bit late, then I feel like my whole day is running behind, and then I just feel like I'm scatterbrained and just running behind all day. I just feel like I'm a mess. So maybe I'm just alone on that, but I just feel like that's me, and I hate that feeling. So if you just get up a little bit earlier, have a little bit more time just to kind of gather your thoughts. The book, and I can't recommend it enough. I know I probably have said it too many times, but The Miracle Morning, read the book. It is such a quick read, easy read. It is a great read. So simple, but it just has you implement these simple 6 things, and you can really conform it to your life. I've said that before. Do the things that are most important for you, just that will benefit you the most. I really conformed it to more me, more my life. Instead of doing certain things, I do like devotionals, I pray. I know there's other things. I mean, I do the reading, I do the journaling. Exercise, I'm not the best at. I need to get better at that. I know I do, because that is just overall good for, your immune health, your, just body health, mind health. It's just overall great for you anyways. But read the book. It is such a good read. If you haven't read it, check out my blog on it. Check out my other videos on it. I go into detail about the 6 lifesavers of it. It's so good. I can't preach it enough. I can't tell people about it enough. It is just such a good thing. But it's just to help you not feel rushed through your day, to give you time to just sit and visualize your day, just to have time before you rush off or get your kids rushed off, so you don't feel disheveled, so your kids don't feel disheveled, and it just allows you a moment of peace. And then you're starting your day off on the right foot. So I just feel like creating some type of morning routine, and it can be just as simple as just getting up, having time, a quiet time with your coffee. I mean, it doesn't have to be anything that is as in-depth as the Miracle Morning, but just something to have some time, some peace and quiet to kind of reflect on yesterday and to visualize kind of what's lying ahead for your day ahead of you, just so that you are starting your day off on a positive foot, a positive outlook. My number 2 tip is to wake up grateful and to go to bed thankful. This, again, kind of stems from number 1, just because I feel like if you always have a grateful heart and a thankful heart, that's always going to bring some type of positivity to your mind. And it is so true. I can't tell you how many times where something may creep into my mind, and it may be something that is frustrating. I might be sitting in traffic, or somebody cut me off, or whatever the case may be, or I'm grocery shopping and they're out of something that I need. I try to flip my words, and I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, but I try to flip the scenario in my head and just tell myself, you know what? I'm thankful that I have a car to get me to where I need to go. Or I'm thankful that I've got money to buy the groceries that are in my cart. Just being grateful and being thankful changes that little spot in your heart where you are a little bit angry, and can change that mood a little bit and just kind of show you, you know what? Maybe that is a little frustrating, or maybe I'm just, that makes me a little mad. But it shows you, but I have something to be grateful for or thankful for, because, some people don't have this option. So it's just changing that thought, changing that mood, and just starting your day off grateful. Again, just start your day off on the right foot. And another, I love quotes. If you follow me on Facebook, I'm always posting quotes or stealing quotes from people, because I just love quotes. Quotes make me happy. They bring me joy, and anything that can bring you joy is something that you should be doing, following, bringing into your life, bringing into your house. Now I'm saying that things that bring you joy you should bring into your life, and bring in, as long as it's healthy and it's safe and it's not gonna cause you to go broke, things like that. Yes, I love shopping, especially Amazon, but again, if it's gonna cause you to go broke, you probably need to be careful. But another quotes aren't gonna hurt me. So I can gather as many quotes as I want and post them on my wall or wherever I want, sticky notes on my mirrors. But another quote that I really love it says, "Every day may not be good, but there is always something good in every day." I feel like that is really important to remember, because you will have bad moments, but you need to remember that's only a moment. That's only a minute or a second out of your day. That second is going to be gone like that, and brush it aside, move along. It's only a minute or a second out of your day, out of 24 hours. There's no reason to ponder on it, to sit on it, and to let it eat you up inside, because that was only just a minute or a second of that day, the 24 hours that you have. Remember that there's always something to be grateful for or thankful for, and to just repeat it to yourself. Bring that joy, bring that happiness back into your day. Tip number 3 I have is to practice some type of self-development every day. And I do say this is a little bit different than self-care. I am going to have a video coming shortly on self-care, probably next week, just because I do feel like this is a little bit different than self-care, and I think self-care is so important as well. And that's why I'm going to do a little video on it. And but I do feel like self-development is different. I feel like self-development is more an area that you want to focus on growing yourself in, whether it's something that you may be struggling in, say it's anxiety or depression, or maybe it's an area that you want to learn more about. Say you have a little side business that you want to learn to grow, and you've been struggling on the technology side, on making videos or learning how to market yourself or make fun little graphics or things like that. Learn, go out there and learn, get some books, join some groups, and find a class, do something, just get out there and learn. That will it'll help build your confidence. It will grow yourself in so many different ways. You're gonna wanna be your biggest advocate in whatever it is that you want to grow and develop yourself in. So I just feel like practicing some type of self-development daily, and you don't have to take very long on this, just 15 minutes a day maybe. Read something, get a book off of Amazon. Amazon is full of so many self-help, self-development, whether it's business or personal, they're full of so many resources. And Facebook too, they're full of so many great resources with groups and things like that. And I mean, you get into a group, and as long as it is a great group, and I haven't found one yet that hasn't been great, of just full of women who are just so willing to serve and help. And it's been such a great experience with a lot of the groups that I have been following and have been in. So get out there, grow yourself, develop whatever niche or whatever that you want to learn more about. My number 4 is find your passion. And I'm not saying that dig deep, find your passion. I feel like a lot of us, and I was so guilty of this until just here recently, and I'm telling you, like here recently, your passion. I feel like we are all just like pushed to go to school, get out of school, go to college, you major in this, and you think like, okay, this is my passion, this is what I love to do. And I feel like we all love to do something, and then we get out in the workforce, and this is our career, and this is what we're passionate about. And for me, I thought my passion was one thing, and then I thought my passion was another, and then I thought it was another, and I've slowly grown, and it kind of makes me sad that it has taken me to almost 37 years old to realize what my true passion has become. But it has taken growth, development, and just learning who I truly am for me to learn my passion. So this is like a dig deep, truly research, truly learn like who you are and what you want out of life, who you want to help, what you want to be doing type of exercise to be able to find your true passion. Your true passion might be to travel the world. It might be to be able to help people unlimitedly, to serve people unlimitedly. Figure out ways that you can be able to do that. You might have to still work a job to be able to bring in income in some way, but then figure out how you can do what you truly want to do in other ways. Figure it out, because then you will bring pure joy into your life. I just feel like if you aren't living your passion and you're just going through the steps of life and living the mundane every day, it's gonna be the biggest joy taker out of you. So find your passion, find your true passion. Number 5, this one is huge. It's probably one of the biggest ones, and I don't know why I saved it for number 5, but probably one of the hardest ones for all of us to really, really do. It is change your self-talk. It's hard. It is hard, and it's still, it's a struggle. It's a struggle every day, and it's going to be a struggle for everyone. Those inner self monologues that we have with ourselves. I know I'm not the only one who just has these inner conversations with myself, You should hear the conversations that go on in my head. They're pretty interesting. You don't want to hear it. You don't want to play that out at all. But the problem is those scenarios playing out in your head, the negativity that is in there, they're false. They're false conversations that you are having with yourself. What you're saying to yourself, the I'm not good enough, the I can't reach those goals, those are causing you to hold yourself back. So it's time to stop that false narratives that we are telling ourselves. The I'm not good enough, I'm not pretty enough. And it's time to start telling ourselves the truth. I can do it. I am pretty enough. I can reach my goals. There's no reason for it, because ultimately we're the only ones that are stopping ourselves from reaching that goal or from being that confident woman, empowered woman to be able to go out there and get that promotion. So it's time for us to stop that self-negative talk and turn those negative conversations in our head to positive ones. And the other biggest reasons for this is because so often I see this is that you have those negative conversations for so long in your head that eventually it's gonna start spilling out. It spills out into our family life, it spills out into our work environments, into our friends circles, and then we start to distance others from us because of our negativity. And so then you're losing friendships, you're losing jobs over it, you're losing family members are starting to distance themselves from you. And so that's, worst case scenario, you're losing your inner circles because of the negativity that's just now coming from your head out. And it's all false narratives from what we have created in our heads. I'm the worrier, I'm the stressor. I create these situations in my head, like just the worst case scenario. If it could happen, this is what could happen. And I had to learn to stop myself. I had to learn to stop creating those scenarios, because really my kid going out and riding the bike and getting hit by the car, the semi truck, like, come on, like let them go out and have fun. Like, just let them be a kid, right? We have to stop with the false narratives in our head. We have to learn to loosen up, because all it's doing is creating unnecessary worry, stress, depression, anxiety, and it's, you know what? We're perfect the way we are. I mean, God made us this way for a reason. We have to accept who we are and love who we are. Number 6, manage our expectations. Expectations are a wonderful thing, but it becomes harmful when we tend to overdo our expectations. So just a couple things we have to set reasonable expectations and manageable expectations. We can't expect too much from others, and we can't expect too much from ourselves. I mean, plain and simple. It's just being able to make sure that they're reachable and acceptable. Because again, if they're not reachable expectations, then you're just going to cause unnecessary stress and burnout on yourself, especially if those expectations are for yourself. And for others, if they aren't achievable expectations, then again, you're just going to be pushing people away, because then they're just be like, I can't, she expects too much from me, I just can't do it, So you don't want to push people away just because your expectations are like way up here and they just can't reach them. Number 7, this one's a touchy one, but I feel like it's really important, because I just feel like in the world today, it's just really important. Number 7, it could be touchy again, and I apologize, but I'm sorry, not sorry type thing. Number 7, don't get offended so easily. I think it's just time to go back to the old verbiage of sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Stop getting offended so easily. It's not serving you. It's not serving the other person. Everybody's got their opinions. Everybody has the right to their opinions. Is everybody's opinions right? Are your opinions right all the time? No. And that's okay. It's not hurting you. Just move on. Move on. Get over it. Wipe it off your back and walk away. It's not a big deal. Just stop getting offended. Honestly, taking offense to things is one of the biggest joy thieves of your lives. Repeat that. Taking offense to things is the biggest joy thieves of your lives. Move on, walk away. It's gonna be okay. You will survive another day. Number 8, this one is probably my favorite one because it brings me the most joy. And I feel like it really brings so many people joy. Not only just the person that is doing it, but the person that is receiving it. Is go out, give, volunteer. So number 8 tip for your mindset is to go out, give, volunteer. I'm not saying monetarily, although yes, sometimes that does help, but just your time, your heart, your kindness. Those are the biggest things. Volunteering is just, I think, one of the biggest things that can just provide joy to yourself, happiness, just the feeling of volunteering. Overall, it just can help change your mindset tremendously. I just think that is just like the biggest underestimated thing that you can do to really just go out and change your mindset. And it's just, you're not only like able to help somebody else, but I feel like in return, you're actually receiving so much more in return, because it's just something that you're just receiving so much more. In return. I just think it's just so rewarding. So those were my 8 tips. Oh my goodness. Oh, my mouth is getting dry. I need some water. But those are my 8 tips on just how to change your mindset and little things that you can start today that I think are just wonderful ways to help create more joy and happiness in your life. I know our minds are a very complicated thing. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be a cure-all today, for sure. But the journey is going to be worth it. I promise you the journey is going to be worth it. We are surrounded by so much negativity these days, as I said before. And I just think things need to change, and we need just more positivity and more kindness out in the world today. So if you want more positivity in your life, you just need to surround yourself with more positivity. And like I said at the beginning, it may mean making some difficult decisions, but sometimes change comes with difficult decisions, but change is a good thing. Change is a good thing. So I hope you liked this video. I hope you got some value out of it. I hope you got some value out of it. And I hope you're ready to change your mindset. And I hope you're ready to spread that to others. Spread the kindness, spread the love, spread the joy. And I hope you will like and subscribe to my channel. Spread it. But I will talk to you later, my friends. And until next time, I hope you find beauty in the chaos and find joy in the moments. Bye, my friends.